Hi guys, this is Mr. Ariano. Today I'll be showing you something called the Pythagorean Theorem. It is used for right triangles, so let me go ahead and explain. Okay, so let me explain what the Pythagorean Theorem is. It has to do with right triangles. This is a right triangle here that I drew. It's a right triangle because it has a 90-degree angle there. That little square on the corner means it's a 90-degree angle. So in a right triangle, the Pythagorean theorem states that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Squared means that 2, the exponent is 2, it means you're multiplying it by itself 2 times. So a and b are the ones that are next to the right angle. They're adjacent to it. They're called the legs. It doesn't really matter which one is a and which one is b, as long as these two legs are designated a and b. The important thing is that the other side, this long side that's opposite from the right angle, it needs to be c. It's called the hypotenuse. So the Pythagorean theorem again states a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So let me give you an example of a right triangle. A, B, and C, they could be 3, 4, and 5. 3, 4, 5. Let's see if that works. 3 squared plus 4 squared plus 5 squared equals 5 squared, I'm sorry. So 3 squared would be 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 5 is 25. And let's see if that comes out right. 9 plus 16 is 25 equals 25. So that works out, right? So the Pythagorean theorem works for a 3, 4, 5 triangle. Okay, so what we're going to do, I drew a baseball diamond over here. This is home plate, this is first base, second base, and third base. If you look at it sideways a little bit, you'll notice that it's actually a square if you look at it from its side. Okay, so if you know about baseball, you know that from home to first, the distance is 90 feet. And also from first to second, second to third, and third to home. They're all 90. So my question is, what we want to try to figure out today is, how far is it from home to second base? For example, if there's a runner at first base and he wants to steal second base when the pitcher throws the pitch, the catcher here will throw the ball to the second baseman to try to get this runner out. So how far does the catcher need to throw it to the second baseman? So if I draw a straight line from home to second base, you might notice that I just created a right triangle, just like this little one over here. So this is a 90-degree angle. These two are the legs, 90 and 90. So what I want to know is, what is C? This is going to be designated C. It's the hypotenuse. So if I know two sides, then I can figure out the third one from the Pythagorean theorem. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's what we're going to use. So we know that a and b are both 90. So let's go ahead and use this formula. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Like I said, a is 90, b is 90. C is what we're trying to figure out. So 90 squared plus 90 squared equals c squared. Okay, so 90 squared, that means 90 times 90. Okay, you can use your calculator if you need to, or you can do it in your head. I know 90 times 90 is 8,100, so let's just make sure I'm right. 90 times 90 is 8,100. 8,100 plus the same thing, 8,100 equals c squared. Okay, now I'm going to add those two. 8,100 plus 8,100. It should give me 16,200. Yep, 16,200 equals c squared. Okay, so we're almost done. Now to find the c, what we need to do is take the square root of both sides. If I take the square root of 16,200, then I need to take the square root of this side too. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side. Square root of c squared. So the square root and the square, they cancel out. So on this side, I'm just going to have c. So now let me use my calculator to find out what the square root of 16,200 is. Square root of 16,200. Sorry. Square root of 16,200 equals 127. So c, this side is just c because the square root and the squared canceled out. C equals 127.3 approximately. I'm rounding off to the nearest tenth. So from home base to second base, from home plate to second base is 127.3 feet. We know that this is measured in feet. Okay, so that's how we use a Pythagorean theorem to find out how far it is from here to there, from home to second base, using this Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, so that was a little bit complicated, but hopefully you followed along, and hopefully this can help you out. Thank you, and see you next time.